Good morning. Good morning. So today is my first day back doing lives. How's that? So I haven't done one for quite a while on this page. Well, today is the first of quite a number. I shall be doing quite a few going forward. So I want to ask you a question, and it is a pertinent time to be asking yourself this question. Do you know what the business is that you were born to create? Do you know that business? Do you have any ideas what that business is you were born to create? Because here's the thing. When you do what you love, you're inspired to do more of it. And when you're doing more of it, you become more masterful at what it is you are doing. And the more you do that, the more you are rewarded handsomely for doing it. Has it, Rachel? Long time since I've seen you. It's been a while since I've done a live. But there'll be more coming, lots more coming. Because doing what you love, yes, doing what you love is where you're inspired to do more of what you love. And when you're doing more of what you love, then you're handsomely rewarded for it. So this is the thing, that a lot of people think that there's a difference between doing what they love and making a living from doing what they love, okay? So, and the reason why I want to ask you, what is the business you were born to create? Because we all have a purpose in life. We all have a reason, a bigger reason for being here, because we're not just the sum of this mortal body. Okay, we are soul and spirit as well. We are mortal as we are immortal. And whilst the be, doing and having is one thing that we spend our life with, but there's also the other side of it, and that is a fulfilling our heart and soul's desire. And we need to ensure to live a fulfilled life that we are fulfilling both aspects of our life. We are fulfilling not just what our body desires to be, do and have, but also what our heart and soul desires. And that's why I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that we all have a business that we were born to create. Or let me put it another way. Let me put it in the words of Peter Diamandis, one of my heroes. We all have a massively transformative purpose, or what he calls MTP. We all have something that we are here to create, okay? And again, I draw it back to that if you're not financially empowered, you're going to be overpowered. Okay, so, and the only way to be empowered in life is to be financially empowered. And one of the most powerful ways to be financially empowered is through entrepreneurship. And never has there been a more easy time for entrepreneurship than now. Never. Now is the time, like 2020, it's 2020 has been an interesting year. It has certainly shown us a lot. Okay, it's been the year of vision, that's for sure. It has shown us and brought up and made us question a lot in life for are we where we would love to be? Is this what we would love to be doing? Is this where we'd love to be at this stage in our life? But I don't think a lot of people have the answer. I don't think a lot of people have the answer to that question. Well, maybe not. Maybe you might be saying to yourself that you're not where you would love to be, or this is not where the trajectory you would love your life to be on. But do you know what the answer is? Do you know what it is that you would love to be doing? Because here's the thing, your whole life gives you clues as to what it is you were born for, okay? This is why so often we have this yearning in our heart that there's more to life, that there's something we're not quite grasping in life, that we're not quite fulfilling in life. There's something that's just out of our reach. And, in my experience working with the thousands of people that I have, because this is what I do. I work with entrepreneurs to use the challenges that they've experienced in life so that they could become financially empowered and thrive in all areas of life. So I've worked with thousands of people from all over the world in so many different areas in life, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, it's that one thing that is so often missing to fulfilling their life, and that is knowing what their, again, to use Peter Diamandis' words, their massively transformative purpose is. Because that purpose that we were born with is what gives us our direction in our life. It's what gives us, it gives us purpose, it gives us inspiration, it gives us the energy, the burning desire to create. And I tell you something else as well, that it's that purpose is greater than us. It's greater than us individually. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I'll speak to you for a couple of minutes and I can point you in the direction of what your massively transformative purpose is, because your life will show you what it is. Your life will demonstrate to you what it is. And when you hone in on that and you start monetizing that, and you will always find that it's not about you, it's about a change you want to create in life. Because your massively transformative purpose, or your greater purpose in life, or the business you were born to create, stems from the experiences that you've had in life, including your challenges. That's the thing. That's why I am somebody that encourages people to run towards their challenges and embrace their challenges and ask themselves the quality question: why am I experiencing this right now? What is the universe trying to show me? What is the universe trying to teach me? But instead, we are taught, as in society, we are taught to sort of squash our challenges, to run from challenge and only to run to support, only run to pleasure. Okay, my motto is appreciate the support and pleasure you have in life, but also embrace the challenges. Run towards the challenges that you experience in life. Run towards the challenges you experience in life, and appreciate the support you have, because in that act you powerfully grow. As Dr. John DeMartini says, that the greatest growth happens on the border of order and chaos, and that border of order and chaos comes from when you embrace the challenges that you're experiencing whilst appreciating the support you have. Okay, does that make sense? Rachel, can you run away to Italy? Yes. I have to say that yesterday was a holiday here, a public holiday. It was a religious festival, the Immaculate Conception, I think it was, and it was such a beautiful day. It was such a really beautiful day, and it struck me that we're still not wearing jackets here, and it's like the 8th of December, walking around the town, and we're still not wearing jackets. It's a bit chilly, it's a bit chilly, but still not wearing jackets, which is quite nice. But yes, but always come and visit, Rachel, anytime. But the purpose behind why I wanted to do this live is, hi Diane, how's it? The reason why I wanted this, because now's the time, and I know that there's a lot of people, this year has brought up a lot of questions for a lot of people. Okay, is this what life's all about? As people got very clear about things in life in 2020, the year of vision. As I've always said, it doesn't come, it will, this year we all wanted clarity. We all sort of were pinning our hopes on this year being the year that changes everything. But it certainly has, but it had not necessarily in the form that we wanted it in. So it came in a different form. But as I've always said, if it had come in the form that we wanted, would we have listened? But because it's been such a challenging year, we have been called to listen. and ask ourselves the question, is this the trajectory we would love our life to be on? And if you've been on any of my programs or my lives, you will know that without a doubt, I know for a fact that you can transform your life beyond recognition to being empowered in all 7 areas of life in 60 days or less without any major life-changing decisions or events. So what I mean by that is like you can transform your life and be empowered financially without necessarily even changing jobs or changing your business. You can actually transform your life without changing the relationship that you are in. You know, you can change your life in 60 days or less and become empowered socially, spiritually, mentally, financially, career-wise, in all 7 areas of life, physically, in all 7 areas of life, okay? And this is the key. The key is knowing what it is, what your greater purpose is, what your driver is, what is your burning desire. And then getting clarity on that. What is it you were born to be, do, and have in life? And then start taking small steps towards that. Because I have a philosophy in life, and that is the 80-20 rule of wealth building. Okay, and this is why only 5% or less, and this is research that I read recently, only 5% or less of people are financially empowered. That's crazy, right? And this is why there's one reason only, that only 5% or less of people are financially empowered. And that is because they don't understand the concept of the 80-20 rule of wealth building. 80% is mindset, 20% is the act of creating wealth, okay? Therefore, if it's 80-20, 80% mindset, 20% act, that means that 80% of your effort needs to be going into self-mastery, understanding yourself, understanding your beliefs, your understanding and navigating the obstacles, perceptions, judgments that you have, reframing the experiences you've had, understanding what the universe is telling you, being in touch with what you stand for, who you are, what you believe in. And right now more than ever, we are being called, as Joseph Campbell so eloquently put it, on the hero's journey. We are being called to take a really good look at our life, look at ourselves, and to take a journey to fulfilling our heart's desires. Okay, now is the time where we're all getting the call. And now's the time to be financially empowered. As we go into 2021, that I honestly believe that the next 18 months are very important. There's so many opportunities, and the next 18 months are so important to capitalize on those opportunities. It's literally now or never. So with that, what I'm going to do, because one of the challenges that people have is they're not quite sure what to do next for financial empowerment. Okay, that's the challenge. Okay, what is the next step? So I've decided that on Monday next week, I am starting a sort of a short program, a short free mini course, a 4-step mini course, which is the 3 steps to accelerate your growth in 2021, doing what you love. So I'm going to be starting that on Monday next week. It's a 4-step process. Well, it's a 4-part training. And I'm going to share with you the 3 steps in that 4-part training to accelerate, how to show you how to accelerate your growth for 2021, doing what you love. So if you would absolutely love to take part in that, give me a yes in the comments and I will send you the link. Okay, that's great, Rachel. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. So I'm going to share with you things like, I'm going to share with you Things like the 80-20 rule of wealth building. I'm going to share with you how to identify the business you were born to create and how to get that, how to ignite and accelerate your life and prepare yourself, and to get really clear on also how to prepare yourself for 2021. Now, I don't know if you were on my masterclass a little while ago where I actually showed you, I asked actually, it was a lot of people on the masterclass. I asked a lot of people, do they believe that they could make $1 million? A lot of people said, oh no, couldn't. And I showed them that how over 50 years they could, 20 years they could, how over 15 and 10 years they could. I then show them how they could do it in 5 years or less. I'm going to show you how you can do it in even less than that. Okay, it is going to be mega, it's going to be big. I'm sharing some powerful strategies and information that I have seen and witnessed. The guys who have actually taken part in my Money Breakthrough program have actually had massive breakthroughs, and I'm going to share it with you on this free program. So in the comments below, put yes if you would love the link, and I will pop the link over to you later today. We will be starting on Monday, and it's the 3 steps to accelerate your growth for 2021, doing what you love. Okay, because your time is now. The time is now to be financially empowered more than ever in the history of mankind. Okay, and there have never been so many opportunities as there are now in our lifetime. And I really honestly believe that the next 18 months are crucial and critical to us putting into place the steps and strategies that will give us the empowerment that we deserve, so that we can experience financial freedom and have the freedom that we deserve. So put yes in the comments below, and I shall send you the link a little bit later today. All right, guys, take care and have a great day. Cheers, Rachel. Bye, Diane. That's an absolute pleasure. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.